Boca Jote, hey, come and see what I've got in store for you today. Hello, I'm Beverly, and welcome to Boca Jote, which is just an acronym for Box of Chocolates and Jill of all trades. That's me. On today's episode, we are going to be learning how to create art for your home very inexpensively, very easily, and something that anybody can do. I love color, I love texture, I love different patterns. And so the art that I'm going to show you how to create today is in keeping with that. So I have three different, honestly, these are just scraps of material that I had because I'm also an interior decorator. And so I have material floating around all the time. But these are three different ones that tell a very similar color story. This one obviously is a solid, but that color is in this one and in this one. And then these two also have similar colors. They both have this blue, they both have this green, and they both have, this gold color. So when you're working with different patterns, you want to make sure that they're telling a similar color story so that you get a cohesive look. Here's another example. These three also tell a very similar color story. They all have the green, they all have this burnt orange, and they have this golden color. So hopefully you can see those three. So those three would be colors that would be great, colors and patterns that would be great to work together. So I have a few things here that I've used. I used a marker and scissors to cut out the material to exactly the size I need. I figured you didn't want to see me do that. You know how to do that. Just measure it. I took out the glass and I used it to measure the material for the exact size I wanted. And then I just used a pair of cloth scissors to cut it out. I would suggest cloth scissors. And when you have cloth scissors, this is a tip. Only use them for cloth. Don't use them for cardboard. Don't use them for cutting anything else because they make your scissors dull. But if you only use them for cloth, they will last you and stay sharp for a long time. Just a little tip. So I also have three smaller frames that I got, each of them from the dollar store. They are in varying sizes. 1, 2, 3. And then I have this larger one that I got from like Michael's on clearance. I think it's like 22 by 28. And I got it for less than $10 on clearance at Michael's. So again, if you don't already have material like I do, you can get it from anywhere, like the places that sell material like Hobby Lobby. Sometimes even Michael's have scraps of material. The dollar store even has pieces of material that you can use. So this is what we will be using. So I'm going to start with my larger frame. Might want to unlock it so I can get it in there. And like I said, I have already cut this out. Isn't that a beautiful material? And I love color. So this I've already cut to fit perfectly inside my frame so that it will lay down. If you are like me and you have material that has been laying around for quite some time, like this had, like folded, I did iron it so that it is nice and smooth so that when I put it in my frame, it actually looks like a piece of art and not like, it's all crumpled up. So I'm just going to lock this backing in place and then I will show you what this piece looks like. So isn't that a lovely piece of art that you could put on a wall in a bedroom or in a living room to just add some color and some interest to a wall? Now, if I wanted to do some coordinating pieces of those same colors in that same room, I would use pieces from that set that I already showed you. So I'm going to pull those out right now. And again, I've already pre-cut them. So let's take this little one, and I just took a piece of that one that I liked, and you can cut from any piece of it that you think works for you. And I have just also cut this to fit inside this frame, and I can lock it in place. And then I have this one that I can either put on a wall, I can sit like on a bookshelf, somewhere to add that same color and pattern throughout that room. Another one that I could add to that Let's see, let's open up this frame. And this one, again, also tells that same color story. So let's put that in there. And I like that these have different textures as well. And now we have that one. And then I can add, lastly, to my bigger frame, just this solid color. Because sometimes just a pop of color that's solid is great to have in a space as well. So I'm going to add that one. Oh, remove these so you can see what's happening. And just lock these into place. And now here is that one. And so all of these coordinate really well with this larger one. So if I wanted to put all of these in the same room, look what a beautiful color story that tells. I hope you can see this. I'm going to try and put it a little closer so you can see that. So that is a smart, easy, inexpensive way to add art to a room with just some material, some inexpensive frames. And you want the frames to be the same color, but they don't need to be the same style. Like each one of these is very different in the style of the frame, but the color keeps it cohesive. So I'm going to show you here in my kitchen how I have done that very thing and used these. Let's see. So see up here, here's one. Over here, here's another one. That's just a piece of cloth. And then over here, hopefully you can see, is one more. So that is something that I use all the time if I just want a quick way to add some visual interest to a room. I can just use cloth that matches that, that aesthetic and matches those colors and use different textures. So I hope you found that helpful. I hope you will try some art in your own home. And don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to comment. Have a great day, and I'll see you next week. Boca Jote, hey, a new episode every Monday. Have a good one.